today. Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 18 of the NFL. As we'll see Jacoby Brissett and the Washington Commanders versus Dak Prescott.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good... The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading them out in his 8th season, guy who has started for a few teams across the league, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Brissett. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Here's Brissett. Caught right side. It's Lewis. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up second down. Brissett sets to throw it. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
The Cowboys at 12-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. First down, and it's Pollard again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott. And he is caught. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
To throw is Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Evades him at the 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Prescott now. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now Brissett. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Brissett on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up the big fella. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Brissett.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Brissett to throw on 1st.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders are back within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5.
Play action now. Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's got this down to the 35. first down. Brissett.
A quick throw there is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brissett now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Tressway now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he spins through. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half.
There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. 2nd down, Prescott.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to fit.
Touchdown! Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. Rashad Penny, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we'll stay in the AFC East as we jet down the coast to check on the Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Barton is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
Given 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First possession of the second half now for Washington. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history.
NFL Madden League Season 222024 Week 1-8. Games and highlights will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2024.
If you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone. Said this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom becomes impossible if this possession is
on second down. Forward to the 37, gain of 2. Here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Brissett.
Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down
NFL Madden League Season 222. Streaming on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 202.
Things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Brissett. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. From the 38 now, here's second down and 2. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Brissett's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a throw here to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On the draw, Robinson.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Week 1 8 Dallas Cowboys 106 Washington Commanders 7-9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's good, and it's now 35-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5.
Here's Pollard again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Pollard gets it off the option.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
On second down, here's the option.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll run with Pollard.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Pollard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Dallas,
they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Week 1 8 Buffalo Bills 2-1 Miami Dolphins 1-4 final. Week 1-8 Chicago Bears 9 Green Bay Packers 1-7 final. Week 1-8 Los Angeles Rams 2-1 San Francisco 49ers 2-0 final.